Alright, how's it going? Today we're gonna have a little conversation about this mess. Do a little more clarifying, actually explain, what went wrong with my car. Cause it is dead! My Blobeye is dead. It is currently, well, the front's taken off, but in the next couple of days, the whole engine's gonna come out. Alright, so if you take a look in here, it's light. It won't stay. But if you take a look in here, we actually got the new timing belt kit on because we want to see if the car would actually turn over. Obviously check the compression and everything. Turned out this whole left side lost compression. This side had some compression, I think 125, which is super low anyways. So the thing to do is so definitely just replace the engine. Sadly, but it's basically you're gonna take this risk if you have a WRX. But anyways, new timing belt kit is on. But what happened before is this little guy. This is the tensioner. The previous owner, he did change the timing belt, but I really doubt he changed, the tensioner and some of the idlers and pulleys. And so what ended up happening is one of these pulleys, you can't really see, but one of these pulleys down here, I think that one, it seized, which causes tensioner to lose tension, and this right side, I guess the driver's side, the left side, lost tension, and the valves, and I'm guessing all bent. So the engine is done. It's pretty crazy because I've only driven this car. I've only driven this car about 80 kilometers since I bought it. I guess I reset the trip. But yeah, I've only driven this car about 80-ish kilometers, which makes me really upset. 220,000. So, whose fault is this? A little bit of everybody's, a little bit of mine, a little bit of most of the previous owner. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't do the when I bought this car, it was serviced that he was the first owner. And he had extended warranty on the car for 6 years. So he brought a Subaru whenever for all his warranty, all his oil changes, all his problems. After that 6 years, about 2010, he brought it to this place called All Makers, which they specialize in Subarus. He brought it there until late 2017. So this car has been in really good hands since it came out. Since he bought it in 2004, and all things there. He also had all the service records and everything. So that assumption made me believe this car was in good hands. I know it does have high mileage. That's kilometers, keep that in mind. I think that's around 150,000 miles, around there, 140. I'm actually not too sure. So, I think hopefully the transmission isn't gonna blow up. I know these transmissions are like glass, but hopefully mine isn't. So he didn't change the pulleys. He didn't change. He didn't do the proper maintenance, which has left me in this position where now I'm gonna do an engine swap. Now, what did I do with the previous owner? I got really upset, and now he actually gave me some of the money back, and all things said and done, I'll be having a new engine in this. New flywheel, new clutch, new timing belt assembly, obviously, and some other preventative maintenance. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the head gasket, but the JDM engine should approximately have 70 to 80,000, and so basically, I'll be paying around 8,000 Canadian, all said and done, which isn't too bad for a WRX, especially the Blobeye, which these things in really good condition go for 8,000 or 9,000. And also keep in mind that that's also Canadian, not USD. USD, that would be around, all said and done, that'd be around 6 or 7 grand. So, what am I gonna do with this car? I'm gonna take you on the journey. I'm probably gonna maybe do like a time lapse thing with the engine rebuild. Show you guys how to change the clutch and everything. I might actually not need a new flywheel. I might just need to be resurfaced. We'll see when I get to that. I think tomorrow we're gonna start the process. We're gonna take apart the engine, and then on early next week, we're gonna pick up the JDM engine. Obviously, get the compression check and everything done. These engines apparently have a 30-day warranty. Hopefully, they stay to it. The engine isn't even that bad. I think it's around 1,500. And these guys have a really good reputation. 1,500 for the JDM. I actually bought, like, I know if you're doing a JDM swap, you have to get a new crank gear, switch over the cam gear, one of the cam gears, and obviously swap over the exhaust and intake manifold. So that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna take that off the original, swap it onto the JDM, do the clutch, all that stuff. I plan to keep this. I didn't know if I was gonna keep this car for very long in the first place. But now that I'm putting so much money, I really do plan on, building this car up to like what I've always wanted to be. It has some rust, some pretty bad paint chips. It has a stereotypical Subaru rust that, like, on the driver's side panel on the back wheel well. So in the future, I plan on just doing the. I think I'm only gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna go to stage 2. This is my daily driver, take it to school, so I really want to keep it reliable, but I do believe I'm going to do all, stage 1, might do the headers, obviously full exhaust. I don't want to make too much power because I know these transmissions are pretty weak. Full exhaust, comp stage 1, get out all the rust, and I maybe plan on doing a wrap, maybe. Or I don't know. We'll see when it comes time. That might be a little while away, but I do plan on fixing up this whole car and making it beautiful. Because WRXs may be a handful, but they're some amazing cars. A car that I've always wanted is especially the Blobeye, which is my personally is my favorite generation. So yeah, hope you guys stick along. My Subaru is dead.